All right, here we go. This is Chris. You're listening to Tales from the Tarheel State. What's going on, everybody? Happy fucking Friday. I don't know how happy it's going to be. Looks like Putin has decided to get the World War III shit going on. It's very concerning. I got up this morning on a Friday and I see that he's talking about, he's waving his nuclear dick around. So that fucking blows. But let's try to laugh a little bit this morning before we go talking about horrible shit like that. What's going on for me, man? I made some fucking meatballs last night, Italian style. I made a little video. I'm going to put that shit up on YouTube, and I'm going to mention the podcast on my YouTube channel. I've talked about my YouTube channel on here, but I haven't done it the other way. So we'll see if that brings me some more listeners, and if my family members listen to it, I don't hate y'all. I just don't want to spend time with you, just so you know. And I do love you, but we're just different people, and that's okay. That's all right. So anyways, yesterday all day it was fucking cold and rainy. This morning it's kind of cold here, but it's supposed to get up to 72, which is pretty crazy. Crazy weather, springtime in the South, you know. I watched a thing. Saw Elon Musk was finally talking about his rocket ship and stuff. Is updating for like the first time in a couple years that he's talked about it, really. And he's hoping to put astronauts on the moon by 2025. It's 3 years, y'all. It ain't very fucking long away. That shit will be here before you know it. And he hopes to deploy a fleet of starships to create a city on Mars. And I gotta say, this none too soon, because goddamn, we might have to get the fuck out of here soon if we blow this place up. God damn it, man. Come on now. Woo! Let's hope we don't get to that fucking point, but, you know, it's a little bit fucking hairy out there. What else did I cook this week? Oh, I cooked some jerk chicken that was fucking killer. I've got a joke here. This little Christian dude I worked with that I didn't like worth a fuck. I did empathize with him because I grew up very Christian too. So, but it doesn't excuse being a fucking douchebag. At any rate, he made a killer joke on me one day. And I really like jerk chicken, and I've got 2 different recipes that I'll come up with after looking at a bunch of others and then kind of making my own up. And I told him, I've got one that's a rub, and then the other one, he's like, is just be yourself. And I thought that shit was fucking hilarious about, my jerk recipe was just be myself. Fucking kid. He got me on that one. Now get me on this one, motherfucker. Shout out to Dew out there for East Durham comeback like that. What else? Picked up a Hunter-Gatherer's Guide to the 21st Century. Tanya ordered that for us. I got to try to read it. I laid down on the couch yesterday and read like the foreword to the book, and boy, that made me want to take a nap right away. I like all the information that they give. Dr. Heather Hang and Dr. Brett Weinstein, I forget. Brett and his brother, I think, pronounce it differently. I don't know. Anyway, they're real smart motherfuckers, and at one time they were super liberal-minded people, but now it seems that people think they're right-wingers. I don't. It's a weird time to be alive. Anyway, yeah, the Starfleet shit, man. That's a 390-foot tall fucking rocket that he's shooting up there. It's like the biggest ever. I forget how many tons of payload it's supposed to haul into space, and they're going to be going, not into just the close to Earth atmosphere. They're going to, as he put it, to somewhere that means something. So yeah, a 390-foot Steely Dan. Fucking hilarious. I think William S. Burroughs would be really proud if he saw that thing standing there. I can only assume that that's not lost on Elon, since how fucking smart he is. I suspect he's probably read some Burroughs. If he didn't read Naked Lunch, then for any of you that didn't read Naked Lunch, a Steely Dan is not just a rock and roll band. It was they named their band, as far as I know, after the Steely Dan from Naked Lunch, which is a shiny metal dildo, for you who don't know. Enjoy that. Shiny metal dildo. Shiny metal dildo runs laughing through your fingers, and you want to take them with you to the heartland of the winter. If none of y'all have ever watched the Kyle Dunnigan show, you got to check that shit out, man. That dude, it's on YouTube. He's fucking hilarious. He does these weird face thing over tops, and it's fucking hilarious. Makes me laugh. I think it comes out once a week on YouTube. It's fucking hilarious. Kyle Dunnigan, he's a stand-up, and he has a bunch of his different stand-up friends on there, like Kurt Metzger's on there. He's a really smart dude. Yeah, fucking hilarious as fuck. So check that shit out. And some sad news, Mark Lanigan died. Some sad music news. He definitely battled drug addiction and shit for many years, as his liver was failing from heroin and smoking crack and shit. And evidently he had COVID a while back, and that really put him under the weather again. And so yeah, he passed away. That's a shame. If I don't know who that is, the Screaming Trees were a group out of Seattle during that whole big grunge movement. They were one of the lesser knowns, kind of like Mudhoney, that people in the know really liked. I liked these guys. He also played with sang with Queens of the Stone Age, and I think he did something with Lane Staley too. I think that's Seasons album or something like that. So they were drug buddies to the Lemonheads. Little shout out to the Lemonheads song there. I love my drug buddy. Love that fucking album. It's a Shame About Ray. If y'all never heard that, check out that album. It's fucking killer. So yeah, let's see. UFC fights. Last week, Jamal Hill. I picked that motherfucking fight. I picked it, and a few days before it, and I was right, motherfuckers. I got some views on my Twitter out there. BigChris Cooks. Some people checked that out, saw that I picked that shit right. And I'm picking Bobby Green this week. Picking Bobby Green. I think he's going to upset Islam Makhachev. That's what I think. I mean, Bobby Green's been around for a long time. He's fucking slick, and I think he can. I think he can pull off the upset if he can keep homeboy off of him a little while. I think he's got a chance to fuck him up. So yeah, I'm picking Bobby Green, and I'm going to take Masvidal against Covington because I can't stand that motherfucker, and because I think Masvidal is just a badass. I think when they get in the ring together, I think Covington will be a little nervous having to face his old buddy because he knows him. He knows what kind of motherfucker he is, and so yeah, those are my UFC picks coming up. I want to thank everybody that listened to the show last week. Everyone seemed to really like that. I want to get Tanya back on here. I've got some friends of mine I'd love to get on here. The Z-Man, I'd love to talk to him about some shit, smart shit, because he's a smart motherfucker. And what he thinks about all this crazy shit going on with the Soviets coming in and that kind of stuff. Since he is an educated friend of mine, and I am a GED having motherfucker. Although I did say a while back, I think that the Soviets or that Russia would try to take over the Ukraine, and then I think I said something about China would probably go into Taiwan shortly thereafter, so I suspect that still will happen. Hope I'm wrong about that. We'll see. But I think they probably will, because nobody's done shit about, going into the Ukraine, and other than some sanctions, and China doesn't give a fuck about that shit. And China's, going to back up the Soviets, and then that'll, then the Soviets will have to back China. Because if we do all the sanctions that we're going to do, it's really going to cut off it's going to hurt the people more than anything. It's not going to hurt Putin and them. It's going to hurt the fucking Soviet people. So I suspect they've already talked to China. They know they're going to have to get all their shit from China. So, yeah, I hope I'm wrong about all this shit, y'all, but I don't know, man. I mean, Putin wants to go back to having the Soviet Union again. He's basically said that pretty openly for quite some time. All that political shit that people have talked about, the Russian collusion, that's all shit. That's all the shit, like, when I was growing up, my dad would put out his left hand, and when I would look at that shit, he would smack me upside the head with his right hand. You know, that's just, you got to pay attention, man. If somebody's putting out the shiny object for you to look at, expect that there's something coming from the other fucking direction. And I'm still trying to figure out what the Russian angle is of the Ukraine, other than just trying to take over. I mean, that's be a lot of other countries to have to do that too if he wants to get back to the Soviet era. And so what's the fucking angle? I mean, and Russians love chess, so it's got to be a long play in this shit. I'm sure there has been. I love that Simpsons episode way back in the day when the Soviets are all fucking chilling and they're having like this happy day parade, and then it switches and the fucking tanks are back out and everything. And they're like, ha, that's what we wanted you to think. So, oh yeah, there you go. Oh, the Simpsons way too ahead of their time. Man, here we are back to the simulation shit. Oh, speaking of simulation, the broken simulation, I was listening to that the other day with Johnny Woodard and Sam Tripoli, and Johnny's a North Carolina boy. I was very disappointed to hear Johnny talking about who the hell were these other people on these podcasts that were above them. Seemed like Johnny was a little upset that some no-name motherfucker had a come on, man, it's the voice of the people, Johnny. The people spoke, brother. You can't be all pissy about it. Awfully whiny for a nerd dork, Johnny. Come on, man. Tell him, Sam. It's American fucking, you know, people spoke. People are, come on now, man. Don't be hating. I ain't nobody. I'm just trying to do something. Trying to learn how to make something happen in this world. You know, the only time I ever was on stage was singing. And after somebody said, just what we need another Meatloaf, it fucking didn't make me really feel good about getting on stage and singing. Because I already had my own fucking issues with confidence and shit. And all my background, I mean, I've listened to so much stand-up and so many podcasts from stand-ups. And if I'd had any encouragement and maybe some fucking balls, I would have started doing stand-up when I was young. And maybe I could have done something with that shit, but I was chicken shit, and there's that. So here I am, doing it from the safety of my own home. My little studio I built up in here that's not much of a studio yet, but I'm fucking working on it. And anyway, I'm not mad at you, Johnny. I understand, man. Y'all been working hard at this shit for a long time. You know, I have like fucking 10 listeners that are all my friends, and I sure as fucking hell appreciate y'all. And I know you're out there, and I'm hoping that I think it says I have like 20 something different listeners, but it feels like with the amount of views I got, it's all just my friends, and I love you guys, and I appreciate y'all listening. I hope I don't bore the fuck out of you, and I would love to get somebody to come on and talk with me, because I think it would be a lot of fun. And you know, you don't have to use your fucking real name. You can be whoever you want. I don't give a shit. Come on over and hang out, y'all, if you want. Come shoot the breeze. You saw me and Tanya, and I was just coming up with those questions on the spot. So if it sounded like I was putting her on the spot, I kind of was, because I didn't know what I was going to talk to her about. I knew I was going to talk to her about Billy Jack. I got some good responses. I'm glad about that. Fucking that movie was fucking killer when I was a kid. And you know, people could get something out of that movie still today for sure, about acceptance and you know, not judging books by their cover, although all the country people in there are fucking horrible, which makes me a little bit sad since I'm a country motherfucker. But, you know, we're not all rednecks, goddammit, even though I might sound like one. I remember watching fucking Easy Rider for the first time. When that movie ended, man, holy shit, I was fucking pissed off. I was ready to go beat up some rednecks myself. But anyways, hopefully all this war shit will play out as good as it can, I guess. And I feel for all those people trapped in that shit. And Yeah, it's fucked up, man. Seeing some shit changing in our lifetimes. We're going to see more of it, I'm afraid. I suspect I'm 48. If I can make it to 68, I wonder what it's going to look like in another 20 years, because it sure has changed from 28 to 48. That's for sure. Yeah. What else is going on? Oh, the crazy fucking house shit in Raleigh. A buddy of mine's been looking to buy a house and trying to find something, and there was a house that listed over in Raleigh for like under $300,000, and like 100 fucking people showed up to the open house, and they had it all over the news and shit, and talking about the gray housing market. Pretty sure that's a sign that there's going to be a bubble busting. We'll see what happens. I fucking said it before. I'll say it again. I'm not educated, but sometimes you just got to be able to read the writing on the wall. What goes up must come down, goddammit. Anyways, y'all have a great weekend. Sorry if I brought y'all down too much. I know there wasn't a lot to laugh about here. But you know, what the fuck? Gotta take the good with the bad, or you won't know when times are good. So, anyway, love you guys. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to y'all soon.